Hello, and welcome to the Experience Local with Russ and Scott. Each week, they bring you conversations with local Christian businesses and business owners. Join in every Monday live at 9 a.m. Pacific on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Listen to the program on Spotify or wherever you listen to fine podcasts. The Experience Local is brought to you each week by wonderful sponsors.
Best Heating and Cooling, serving Lynn, Benton, and Marion counties since 1990. Call 503-394-3461 and online at best-heating.com. Join Boson Hub in supporting CASA of Lynn County. Court-appointed special advocates for children. Learn more at lyncasa.org. Independent Merchant Brokers. Innovative solutions for your payment processing needs. 877-460-4747 and on the web, independentmerchantbrokers.com. Memory Care at the Arbor at Avamere Court and Independent Living at Avamere at Albany. Learn more online, arboratavamerecourt.com and avamereatalbany.com. Discover Oregon Real Estate. Statewide experts in luxury home sales, farm, ranch, commercial, business sales, and land developments. Call 541-250-1065 and visit them online at dore.llc.
And now, your hosts for the Experience Local, Russ and Scott.
Ta-da! Here we are live with Russ and Scott on the Experience Local. Glad to see everybody, or glad you can hear us today. Whatever you are doing, whether you're watching us live here on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, or whether you're watching us on replay afterwards, that is great. And also, we are on radio, the Experience Radio Network, as well as live streaming on both podcasts of Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So blessed to be able to reach out so many ways, right, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. And always fun to spend a Monday with you, Russ, here on the Experience Local with our great guests. Always grateful to our sponsors, and even more fun when we get to talk to one of our sponsors live, which is going to be Caleb today from Independent Merchant Brokers. But Russ, you had another leg in your triumphant worldwide book signing, at least in the Willamette Valley.
Yeah, I am so blessed, and I had another book signing on Saturday at Willamette Valley Christian Supply. It was amazing. For anybody who missed it that's listening local, you can still go to Willamette Valley Christian Supply in the Heritage Mall and buy my books. Both Life Happens and Then You Choose, right there behind me, and Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose. Both are there. Actually, a couple of my anthologies are there as well. So there's actually about 4 or 5 choices for you. So thankful for everybody that came by. I was able to bless some people and so thankful for that. God just gives me so many great opportunities, Scott, and I'm so thankful.
Yeah, you just need to go to Willamette Valley Christian Supply and look for the Russ Hedge section. Wow, I tell you, not enough coffee this morning.
Hey, here you go. I've got my Experience coffee.
You got the official mug.
Yes, I'm going to tell you, you mentioned worldwide, and I love technology today because I've had friends tell me what a blessing it is that I'm affecting people in New Jersey, in Florida, in California, in Costa Rica, in England, in the Philippines, and all over. People are sending me messages telling me how I'm blessing people in those areas. And something I also love, everybody, I'm not in this to make a ton of money off this book. Share it with somebody. When you get done reading, share it with somebody. I've had so many people say, I got done, I gave it to my dad. He thinks it's the greatest thing ever. And I just want people to have an opportunity. So please share it out. So thankful for that. All the information, by the way, will be in the comments. For if you're interested in getting a copy on Amazon or locally, at Willamette Valley Christian Supply at Heritage Mall. So, Scott,
people
what did you have going on this last weekend?
Well, I tell you, it's just been Christmas time. We actually went to a live radio broadcast style of a presentation of A Christmas Carol.
Oh,
And
wow.
that was a lot of fun. So we were there. It was a small room, probably about 50 or 60 people, maybe 50 people in the room. And we got to watch the Christmas Carol presented as a radio show live with the sound effects. You know, they had the gravel and the shoes and the door and little bells and
That's so cool.
I will tell you, the best sound effect was the fireplace, where they used bubble wrap and kind of scrunched it up, and it sounded like that. And then they hit the pop, and pop, there was one of those bubbles, and it sounded exactly like a fireplace. Ton of fun.
It's amazing. I love Christmas time, and obviously we are so thankful to God and the birth of Jesus Christ and what we're celebrating, the reason for the season. Such a wonderful time to come together, remember to be grateful, and remember to spend time with our families. And they've got so many wonderful things. I think I told you here last week, my beautiful wife and I, Leah and I, went to see Stephen Curtis Chapman's Christmas concert. Such an amazing, amazing entertainer, and such a great concert. We had so much fun. It's just a wonderful time to be able to do things like that.
He got a selfie with you too, I believe.
I did. Stephen came to me and said, "Russ, I have to be in a hashtag Russ selfie." So, I mean, I couldn't turn him down, had to get that.
Well done. Well done.
He came to me and actually said, "Aren't you one of the hosts from the Experienced Local? I would love to get." He called my people to see if he could get a selfie with
and he goes, "Could you sign the book that I bought?" Very good stuff. Well, I'm just excited to have Caleb on the show today. Independent Merchant Brokers has been a longtime sponsor of the Experience Local and our Wednesday show, The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. And so we're very grateful for all the support that they have, but also the impact that the Rice family has in the community.
Yes. Yeah, they're such a blessing. And Caleb is such a great guy. I think we should just bring him in to get this party started.
Indeed.
All right. Come on in. Caleb Rice. How's it going, Caleb?
Good morning. It's going amazing. How are you guys?
Doing so good. So good. I was blessed to see your dad this last weekend at my book signing, and so thankful for all that you all do. We're just really, what a great, great light in the community. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, but start off, Caleb. Who in the world is Caleb Rice? I know you've had some new changes in your life, so you can allude to those too. And what are you doing? Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, this is my second time being on the show, so that means I didn't mess it up too bad the first time. Thank you guys for having me back. Caleb Rice, most importantly, first and foremost, a follower of Jesus Christ. That is the basis of everything else. I could not do anything else and would not be able to be anything else without my relationship with Jesus Christ and without him saving me. So first and foremost, follower of Jesus Christ. Secondly, husband to an amazing wife, Frankie. And third, almost the same thing, but now father to a beautiful son named Joshua Samuel Rice, named after my dad as well. And then, the last thing is that I get the privilege of being a part of my community, in my business community with Independent Merchant Brokers, and I get to serve a lot of people. I get to serve an incredible group of employees on our operations side and on our sales side. God has tremendously blessed us. We're growing like crazy, and so I'm just extremely, extremely blessed in every area of my life.
I want to talk about Independent Merchant Brokers, and congratulations on the expanding family.
Thank you.
There's a lot of confusion for business owners around credit card processing. I think there's misunderstanding about who they should go with. They think they should go with their bank or someone who sends them a thing in the mail. Mm-hmm. But there's significant costs when you make the wrong decision.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I can touch on that briefly. It's one of those, it doesn't happen very often, but that is one of my least favorite calls. There's a lot of shady nonsense that happens in this industry. I'm sure I've mentioned it before. But you talk to any business owner that's been taking payments for any amount of time, and they'll have some sort of horror story of getting taken advantage of by somebody, because uh, I could share, 3 different spreadsheets with you guys right now of breakdowns of costs and things like that, and none of it would make sense to your average business owner. And so payment processors are kind of counting on that. They're counting on this sort of gray area, and just counting on business owners not looking at it. And then if they do look at it, a lot of times they're locking these business owners into these long-term contracts. And so that's exactly what was happening when my dad got into the business and started the business. He saw a lot of that happening, and he said, I could build a business by standing up against some of this shady crap. So that's what we've got here.
Well, this is what I love about you guys is straight talk, coming to you, really trying to help people. And it's kind of confusing. And I know you personally have helped me so much. And we've run up against some roadblocks, but you're always there for me. You're always helping me. And, there's only so much you guys could do, but you're always there helping. And so you don't feel lost, like there's nothing, you don't know where you're going or what you're doing. And that's what I love about working with you guys. And being local makes a huge difference. But really, I mean, your dad, who's been a pastor at a church in Corvallis this whole time, is even focusing more on his ministry, which he's been in ministry this whole time, also vocational ministry through the business.
Yeah.
I've been able to focus on more because the business is growing so much. But talk about the side where you're dealing with customers, but you're still able to shine the light of Jesus to everybody.
Yeah.
And you guys do such a great job of that.
Yep. The reality of business, not just payment processing, but of any business, as I'm sure you both are aware, is sometimes you're going to have, upset customers. Sometimes things aren't going to go perfectly. And so I never go around, and I never tell our sales agents to go around and tell people that we are the perfect solution, and that our systems will never have issues, and that our payment processors will never do dumb things. Things happen, right? And then you choose. So, and we choose, at IMB to be people of our word. When we say that we're going to be there for our customers, we show up for our customers. We have a support team that's growing like crazy. We've got a team of 3 at the moment, 3 tier 1 support technicians, and then a support manager. We offer 24/7, 365 support for our clients, emergency support. And that just really speaks to our commitment to our customers. Things don't always go great. In fact, they're guaranteed to not go great. And so at some point, something's gonna, and that's where the proof, I guess, is found. Like, the proof is in the pudding. The pudding is when things go south. And a lot of our competitors, that's where we win their customers, is when things go south, and our competitors are MIA and not able to help. So
that's interesting. I was choosing a new insurance company, and I was online looking at all the different reviews. And of course, everyone says they have the right price and all that stuff. What I was looking at is ratings for claims. And so I went with the company that had the highest claims rating, because when things go good, nobody cares. But when things happen, that's when you want somebody in your corner.
Exactly.
So I want to change subjects drastically here, because it's December. We're 10 days from the day that we celebrate the birth of Jesus, December 25th here. And you are just expanding your family, new birth. Let's talk about, share with us some of your Christmas traditions and what you expect with the best Christmas ever is when you have a new baby. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's so fun to think about. Like, because we've got our family traditions, the things that we grow up doing and all that. One of those for sure is visiting Christmas Storybook Land here in Albany. We did that as a family on Friday evening. And then our company went and volunteered there on Saturday afternoon. And so that's one of my favorite. Me personally, though, like one of my favorite is putting up Christmas lights on the house and decorating and that type of stuff. That's always been a blast for me. And so I think I've been doing it probably since before I was supposed to be doing it, getting up on the ladder without permission and all that. But that's been a lot of fun. And then just to be honest, what I'm looking forward to is creating new traditions with my family, with my wife and my son. And I'm just so excited for the future and getting to build our own traditions and our own family culture is going to be a lot of fun. So I look forward to that.
Yeah, well, it's one of my favorite things too, is what we do together. And in fact, this Christmas for us as a family, we've decided to do something a little different to escape a lot of the hustle and bustle of Christmas shopping and all of that. We're actually giving each other all a gift of a trip together this year. And so it's a blessing. We're going to actually get to fly over to Ireland in the
Nice.
spring. And so because a little bit more cost with that, although it's been a God-given trip, it's just amazingly affordable for us because we found some really, really good deals. But it's just a blessing because now we're just going to relax and enjoy time together. I always tell people I only need to be together with my family and a few hashtag Russ selfies, and then I'm all good, right?
Right, of course.
But I think sometimes talk about that a little bit when it comes to family and all that's going on. People get their priorities mixed up. They're running around stressing instead of enjoying the celebration, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, growing up, the best Christmases were rarely what we got and more like the time that we got to spend. And that becomes more and more true, especially as time goes on. And I've got siblings that are now, they've moved away. We've got a sibling in India and one in South Africa, one in Beaverton, all doing ministries. So, year after year that Christmases and Thanksgivings and special events go by, you realize how important those moments that you get to spend with your family are. Jonathan, my older brother, he's the ultimate sentimentalist. He's been recording and doing like the home video thing for a long, long time. But he always says, and I think he stole this saying, but he always says, you don't ever realize that you're actually living in the good old days. So take advantage of those those opportunities. But he'd always be like, yeah, we're in the good old days. So let's make memories here. And I think that's extremely true. More and more as Christmases go on and as, you have the birth of a new child and you got birthdays and things like that. This isn't going to be a huge year in gifts for us around our house, just because my wife and I are looking at our gifts and we're like, we don't have a lot of gifts going on this year, but that's because we have the greatest gift that we could ever ask for, which is our son. And we're just not super focused on doing the gift thing. So I love that, Russ. I'm so excited for you guys. I know that we've made some of those trips before where we just say, we're not going to do a big Christmas gift giving this year, but we're going to spend a lot of time together. So that's huge. Love that.
Yeah.
Just reminding everybody that here on The Experience Local, we've got Caleb Rice from Independent Merchant Brokers and talking about holiday traditions and integrating your faith into family and business. And I want to also talk about 2026 because in just a number of days, 2025 is gone. The first quarter of this century will be erased, and we'll be jumping into the new year. In your position with Independent Merchant Brokers, you talk to a lot of businesses, And we hear in the news lots of turmoil. What are you seeing with the businesses themselves, especially looking into 26?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. One of the things that makes IMB unique is we are very diversified in the business types that we work with. We work with a lot of restaurants. We work with a lot of auto shops. Then Russ hedge type accounts where they're using a gateway or something like that. So we see a lot of different types of businesses, and I've been with the company for 5 years. So over those 5 years, I've been able to kind of grow with those merchants and get to know them on a personal level and all that kind of stuff. And so, you're absolutely right. I think that there's a lot of unavoidable and unpredictable changes that have happened in the last several years. And there's a lot more change that is going to come, with the implementation of AI and things like that. Those are starting to become more and more easy. I would say like small to medium sized business friendly. So whereas those were adopted heavily by large corporations, those tools are going to start becoming more and more available to small to medium sized businesses, and it's going to, in my opinion, is going to drastically change. You're not only dealing with the economic and the political changes; those alone are having a big effect on businesses. But as a whole, I think that 2026 is going to be a big year for small to medium sized businesses implementing AI. And there's I don't know, there's people that they think it's a flip of a coin. If you don't, your business is going to sink. If you do, your business is going to thrive. I don't think it's really much like that. I think that it's going to project a lot of businesses forward. But I think that there's still going to be place in the market for the people that value relationships and the people that value local. That's why we haven't implemented AI as I could go out and purchase AI support bots right now to answer our phones. And I know of a lot of companies that are, but I'm banking on the fact that my customers still like to talk to a real person and still like that connection with somebody that's local, that lives in their zip code, that's going to show up if they need help. So as far as changes go, I think that's going to be one of the biggest changes. And I think that ultimately businesses got to stay. If you're not growing, you're dying, is what I say and what I believe. And so businesses got to stay growing, got to keep a growth mindset, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree that people at the heart are old fashioned and they still love to truly connect with people. I wrote about it in my first book about when I was young. We went to the gas station because Marv owned it.
Mm-hmm.
Marv was the owner, and he pumped our gas and chatted with us and cleaned our windows. And it was a whole big festivity to go to the service station. They actually gave you service back in the day. we went to the grocery store because Betty was the manager and the checker that we talked to all the time. We went to the hairstylist because, Julie was the one that took care of all that stuff back when I had hair. And so, it was always personal connection was why we met with people and used their business. And I think that's so true. I think it's a great time to celebrate through this Christmas season. Besides celebrating the reason for the season, the birth of Jesus Christ, that we should also be celebrating connecting again with our community after our family, but connecting again with people and really coming together because it's such a huge difference. So I have to be the responsible host, though, and tell you, Caleb, we're running out of time. So we're going to have you give us your gold nugget of the day. What do you really want people to remember from our conversation? And then also, please let us know how we get in contact with you so people can reach out and find out more about IMB.
Gold nugget of the day is the same that I've been living by ever since I gave my life to Jesus. And that is, today is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. That what that means to me is, seasons are going to come. things are going to change rapidly, very quickly, but that doesn't change who the author of today is. And if God's in control, I don't have to worry or stress about it or live in fear. And so that would be my gold nugget of the day. And I believe that is true for all of us. And get in contact. My contact information is scrolling right across the bottom there. Got my personal email there, and then our company phone number. And then you just dial 2 or 3 and you'll get me on that phone tree. But yeah, connect with me. I'd love to meet you.
Well, we appreciate you so much, Caleb. Again, I just want to emphasize to everybody, Independent Merchant Brokers, IMB, is a company who does it right, who's a company that stands on the foundation of Jesus Christ, and their lives are shining for that with the community. They're a company that does it right, that reaches out to you, that cares about all that you do. And I just want to emphasize that because it's rare to find that. I think that some people are getting smart and moving back that direction because people are realizing that we talk about the know, like, and trust factor, but if you don't actually communicate with people, they can't ever know you or like you. And then, you know what? They'll leave you as fast as they came if they have no relationship. So Caleb, appreciate you so much. Do you have any last words before we let you go today?
I love you guys. I appreciate the time that I get to spend with you guys, and Merry Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas. Thanks so much. Tell your whole family Merry Christmas. And again, congratulations on being a new father. I've been able to watch you since you were pretty young. So I'm excited about where you're going, and you're blessed. You're kind of like me. You married way up. So that's good.
Exactly. Well, God bless you guys.
Well, kids having kids. I love it. Caleb, congratulations. Merry Christmas. And here's to a fabulous 2026 for you and the family.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.
All right. See you, Caleb. He's such a great young man. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great example.
I would say I want to be him when I grow up, but then I'm already way older than him. So,
well, it's encouraging to see the next generation coming on. And here's a family business, multiple generations involved in it. And I would say maybe the third generation just appeared there in his family. Take over the business someday.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that that's what the plans are in the family because they work so well together. And yeah, such a blessing to us, Scott. I mean, they have been such a great sponsor and will continue to be a great sponsor in the new year. And so thankful for that. And, they believe in the positive message we're putting forward. Mm-hmm. And so I just want to remind everybody, we're here every Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and 11 a.m. Texas Standard Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. So you can come live every week, but if you miss it, it sits on LinkedIn and YouTube forever, Facebook for 30 days, then converts to Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You go there. Guess what? It's not over. You also can listen on the local radio network, the Experience Radio Network, on KWIL in Albany and KYKN in Salem. So many great ways. So whatever you're doing, please like, subscribe, and share the good news because that's what we're all about. Right, Scott?
Absolutely. And people can find all the details at the website local.theexperience.video. And that'll give you links to all of our shows and our YouTube, our LinkedIn, and most especially Russ's book, Life Happens and Then You Choose. If you don't have a copy, get one. If you already have a copy, buy another copy and share it with a friend. And if you go on Amazon, you can actually buy the hardcover version, which libraries like hardcover books. And if you want to make a gift of Life Happens and Then You Choose to a library, get the hardcover version.
There you go. Do it. Don't forget, you can pick it up at Willamette Valley Christian Supply in Albany as well. And until next week, have a blessed and amazing week and enjoy
your experience locally.
There you go. See you, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in to The Experience Local with Russ and Scott. Listen to the program on Spotify or wherever you listen to fine podcasts. Join in every Monday live at 9 a.m. Pacific on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. We look forward to seeing you next time on The Experience Local with Russ and Scott.